Welcome to The Explainer, everyone. Today we're diving into a genuinely fascinating real-world case study of Pragoti Bank plc. They're a top commercial bank with 180 branches, and we're going to look at their incredible evolution from chaotic, overflowing paper trails to absolute digital efficiency. This is really a story about how everyday administrative friction can essentially break a business relationship, and how exactly the right technology can step in and completely turn it around.
To really understand the stakes here, let me ask you something that most of us who've worked in a traditional office can painfully relate to. Have you ever actually lost a client, or maybe came uncomfortably close to losing one, simply because a physical document was misplaced? I mean, it sounds kind of absurd in the modern era, right? But paper-based bottlenecks are this silent productivity killer.
Section 1. Extreme Suffering of the Old System, the Legacy Paper Trail.
Okay, to ground this in reality, let's meet Tariqul Islam. He's a business owner who urgently needs to expand his factory. So it's a Monday morning, 10 a.m., and he applies for an SME loan of 30 lakh taka. Sitting across the desk is Mehdi Hassan, the loan officer tasked with processing this critical application. On the surface, it's a totally standard business transaction, but it is about to hit a massive analog wall.
Just to get the ball rolling, Mehdi has to track down Tariqul's trade license, his TIN, bank and financial statements, his national ID and CIB consent. Picture this. All of these documents have to be manually checked, printed out, and bundled into this incredibly thick, physical folder. It's literally a mountain of paper before the actual review process even officially begins.
Section 2. The nightmare of losing files, when analog processes fail.
You can almost feel the tension building here. Mehdi sends the file to the branch manager, who approves it and physically sends it via courier to the head office credit division. Fast forward 4 days, the head office says they never got it. Meanwhile, Tariqul is calling every single day asking, "Sir, what is the status of my loan?" And Mehdi, he's sweating because he has absolutely no reliable answer to give him. The physical paper is just gone.
And this is where it quickly devolves into a complete timeline of despair. You've got the courier delays on day 1 through 4. Then, they frantically try to email it, but the scans are incomplete and of course the email attachments are broken and won't open. Nobody knows which version of the file is actually the latest. The head office starts asking for more info. Compliance is complaining about missing pages. Risk management claims they never even saw the file. And audit notes there's absolutely no accurate record of the approval timeline. It's just pure, unadulterated chaos for over 2 weeks.
Which brings us to this staggering number right here, 16. It took 16 entire working days of administrative back and forth just to get this loan approved. And as a direct result of this agonizing wait, Tariqul, our completely frustrated customer, was on the verge of taking his business to another bank entirely. Facing this operational disaster, the bank's management finally woke up. They realized they couldn't survive operating like this. They had to make a massive, immediate pivot.
Section 3. Decision for a Paperless Digital Office, the Turning Point.
After nearly losing a highly valuable client to sheer bureaucratic incompetence, management finally drew a line in the sand. Their new mandate was crystal clear. Paper-based communication no more. Now, digital office communication must be launched. It was a 100% commitment to leaving their analog past behind for good.
So how did they actually pull this off? Well, they built a remarkably robust new tech stack. They integrated core systems like a document management system, SharePoint, workflow automation, and core banking integration. And then, on the collaboration and security side, they brought in Microsoft Teams, Outlook, digital signatures, multi-factor authentication, and an SMS gateway. You see, this wasn't just about buying some new software. They were building an entirely new digital ecosystem from the ground up.
Section 4. A new picture 1 year later. The digital transformation.
Now, let's fast forward exactly 1 year later. Another SME loan application arrives at the branch. But watch how beautifully frictionless the operational landscape is now. The loan officer uploads documents straight into the system, which instantly generates an auto reference number. The branch manager gets a mobile notification and digitally signs off in about 15 minutes. But step 4? That is the real game changer. Concurrent digital review. The credit analyst, risk rater, and compliance officer all open and review the exact same digital files simultaneously. This completely destroys the sequential bottlenecks of the legacy system. No more waiting for someone else to finish with a physical folder. Once the executive gives final laptop approval, the core banking system kicks in and triggers an instant SMS to the customer.
Section 5. The final result of change. Measuring the impact.
Let's look at this side-by-side comparison because the contrast is honestly mind-blowing. On the left side, we have that brutal before picture. 16 working days, ridiculous courier delays, lost pages, and a very angry client ready to walk away. And on the right, the magnificent after picture, a lightning-fast 2-day turnaround powered entirely by a 100% digital workflow, all ending with an instant SMS notification to a highly satisfied customer.
So, what does this all mean for us? Well, going digital isn't just about saving paper or checking a modern tech box. It is fundamentally about protecting your customer relationships. The technology to fix these archaic bottlenecks is right here, today. The real question you have to ask yourself is your organization still making clients wait 16 days for a 2-day job? Are you trapped in the paper age, or are you ready for the digital future? I'll leave you to reflect on that as we wrap up today's explainer. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep learning.